Hello and welcome to episode 2 of map reading. In the previous episode we talked about the Bloodmoor and the Den of Evil. In this episode we're going to be talking about the Cold Plains. So you'd come over to your waypoint, come down. Awesome, we got a shrine. So your shrines will always stay where they are in single player. On multiplayer, your map change randomly, but on single player, generally when you're doing your speed runs, it's set maps, so your shrine will always be there. The type of shrine will change. So next time we were to load this game, if you were in single player, it could be a skill, it could be an experience shrine. It won't always be a monster shrine. The only time it doesn't change is if it is a health shrine, mana shrine, or a well. For the most part, you'll be looking for skill or experience, but a monster shrine ain't bad either. It will turn regular creatures that are nearby and turn it into a either champion or unique. So there it is. There's our unique. So with the unique, you get 500% experience, along with all the minions. Which I don't think he got any minions on this one, so he was the only one that was 500% experience. When you're doing a speed run, you typically just ignore all these guys. You only want to concentrate on your unique or your champions, because they give the experience. So there's, by the waypoint, there's generally, but not always, a unique or champion. So this time we didn't end up that lucky. But follow the path. The path will lead to 3 areas. It will lead to the cave, it will lead to the burial grounds, and it will lead to Stony Field. So we've come to our first split. So now we have to figure out which area is the split going to lead to. Each of the paths. All these outside areas in Act 1 are big squares. The burial grounds will be in one of the corners, and the Stony Field will be in the middle of the edge. The cave is just random. So I had to look at my map quickly and try to figure out which is heading where. So I believe that's the edge. So I'm gonna go with this one leading to Stony Field, and this one leading to the burial grounds. Now I pick the path and follow. Now I do not see a wall nearby on either side, so I think I picked right. And I did. Stony Field. When you're doing a speed run, you'll be wanting to head straight for Stony Field. If you're doing a playthrough, or if you're in hell mode, you can head to the burial grounds and kill Bloodraven. In normal mode, you get your reward of the 3 mercenaries, but you don't get to pick if it's cold or fire. You just stuck with whatever she gives you. So typically you just want to wait till you're level 9, then you can hire a mercenary and you get to pick which type you get. But in hell mode, the mausoleum is a level 85 area. Level 85 areas can drop pretty much any item in the game. Your creatures will be level 85 if they're a champion, then they're a level above that, and if they're unique, they're 2 levels above that. I believe that's the way it works. So if you're looking for, you know, a monarch shield, for example, you know, you can find it in the mausoleum, assuming you're not a lightning sorceress, because pretty much everything down there is lightning immune. And you'll have an increased chance of finding a monarch shield. So I'm going to show you quickly what I meant by this being a giant square. Sorceress isn't decked out like most people. Use a lot of mana. Okay. So, as I was saying, the burial grounds is generally close to the edge. As we can see, you know, there's a middle would be in about here, and it's definitely not centered. It's farther away from the edge than typically. Typically it's, you know, right about here. So as you're coming down, you're typically able to see the edge, and you know, oh, this is the burial grounds. Don't be fooled if you have, you know, we'll head over to, like right here, don't be fooled and go, oh, there's an edge, it must be the burial grounds, because it forms a giant square. This is part of your edge, so it's far enough away that it can't be the burial grounds. Burial grounds is basically always the same. It's a giant square. Well, not giant, it's a lot smaller than the other areas, but so you have the crypt on one side, the mausoleum on the other side, and in the middle, generally near this tree, there's the Bloodraven, who raises the undead to try to kill you. She can do poison damage, she can do cold damage. So that is basically the Bloodraven. So I will do one more run with the cold plains. Now when you're on a screen like this after you've completed hell and you want to do normal, you press R. N is for nightmare and H is for hell. Nice. So once again, come to your waypoint. So there's where we came from, the Bloodmoor. And you can give these houses a quick check. If you happen to get one with a chest and a bed, or a chest outside on a porch and a bed, that means they're super chests. And they can drop, you know, a good number of items, often magical, sometimes rare. But you know, early on when you're needing gold, it's a great place to find some items to sell. I said earlier, you'll often get a shrine nearby. It's a little far away, but when you're farming for a shrine, you don't want to be running too far. But looking for experience or skill, so this would be quite nice. So we follow the path. So there's our cave. So we're gonna come to a branch right there. Just gonna head to the cave. We don't want the cave. There's absolutely nothing in the cave. Now we've come to our first real split. One is going to head to the stony field, and one will head to the burial grounds. You just have to guess. Does it look like it's heading towards the edge of the map, or the corner of the map, or the middle of the edge of the map? And this one's kind of low, so it might swing downwards and head to a corner. I'm gonna go this way. And I'm pretty sure I'd picked wrong. Oh. Now check how far away from the edge you are. I'm a good distance. This should be the stony field. And it was. So like I said, when I got over here, I was still kind of close to the edge. So I could have swung and came to the middle. Or I could have swung down and went to the corner. So after you do enough runs, you just have to try and get a feel of what you think the map is going to do. It's not always going to play nice. You know, in this one that I was on, easily could have, went along that wall and went to a corner. It's happened many times before. But after you play enough, you get a feel for what the map's going to do. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the Cold Plains. Thank you for watching episode 2. And tune in next time for episode 3, which will be the Stony Field. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.